Indianapolis and your own IPFW Volleyball. Right now we're in the middle of the introduction, so let's go courtside, or at least try and pick up the audio, see if we can catch these starters. Okay, the introductions are over. We'll have to get those starters for you in just a second. This afternoon, doing the play-by-play for you, this is Jim Orr, and doing the color analyzing for us is going to be Coach Ernie Ball. Looking forward to this afternoon's match. Coming into this afternoon's competition, we have the University of Indianapolis at 6-3. Last night they played at the University of Ashland and lost in a 5-game match. So currently they are 2-1 in the GLVC, and IPFW brings in an 0-1 conference record and 3-11 overall. In spite of the records, this should look to be an interesting match. Both teams having played Ashland tough. Ashland currently ranked number 4 in the region. And we'd anticipate both these teams with their experience at this point in the season and their backgrounds to give us an interesting volleyball performance. Okay, let's see if we can't pick up the starters for IPFW. It's going to be number 12, Heather Teagard. Number 11, Jill Lyon. Number 5, April Bear. Number 2, Julie Parrott. Number 13, Michelle Conlon. And last but not least, number 10, Shannon Smith. For the University of Indianapolis, it looks like it's number 11, Courtney Sands. Number 10, Susan Trame. Number 13, Leslie Miller. Number 12, Amy Lammert. Number 1, Amy Streeter. And number 8, Jill Hetherington. Set to the outside, the kill. Outstanding shot. Nice shot by Shannon Smith. Shannon Smith, a 5'8" sophomore from Woodburn, Indiana, gets the first points for the Lady Dons, and they're off to a flying start. Heather Teagard in the serve. Ball hit out of bounds by Courtney Sands. Again, point IPFW. Heather Teagard continues to serve. Heather's a 5'9" sophomore from Fort Wayne Snyder. Dumped in the middle by number 10, Susan Trame from Covington, Kentucky, at Holy Cross High School. Side out to the Lady Greyhounds. And right away we see one of the things that IPFW needed to improve on is serving efficiency, and they're much better tonight than they were last night. Set outside to Smith. She hits it just long. Amy Lammert continues to serve. Great duel at the net. Jill Lyon comes out the winner on that. Shannon Smith back to serve. And that's an area of the game I would imagine that the Lady Dons have also got to improve on, the strength at the net. Ball off the block of Conley, side out, University of Indianapolis. Ball blocked by Conley and Lyon. Side out to IPFW. Coach, you've had an opportunity to watch IPFW certainly a little bit more than I have this year. In just the early stages of this match, any major changes or improvements that we've seen over the past couple of matches?
I think the start of Michelle Conley is something that I would not have expected. I had talked to Tim before the match. I don't think Michelle had been starting before, so certainly that's something Tim must be taking a look at.
April Bear with the kill.
And April certainly has to step forward, and if indeed the team is going to be successful.
Lions back outside for Bear. Off the block, well played. And the Tea Garden was there, but just wasn't able to get the ball back up. Ball's out of bounds. Side out to Indianapolis. Into the game for IPFW at the last break was Carrie Hertman, number 7, and number 15, Andrea Woodcock. Carrie from Fort Wayne Carroll High School, and Andrea is from Rome City, Indiana, East Noble High School. Christy Miller to serve for the Greyhounds. Attempt to run the ball out of the middle. Woodcock sends it just a little bit long. Short serve.
Looks like Coach has got some new people in the lineup. Andrea Woodcock has also started, I see. Mr. Miller is serving that ball short in his own 4 and giving us a lot of trouble.
Ball outside again. April Bear, she's underneath the net. Point, Indianapolis. And right now, Christy Miller is giving us a serving clinic. She continues to serve. It's now IPFW 3, Indianapolis 5. Dumped by Lions, gets it side out. Stops the bleeding, here we go. Let's try to get some points. Jill Lyon to serve. Good kill. Great shot by Heather Teagarden. Good spot. Jill Lyon gets us to the point. Here we are at 4-5. Lyon continues to serve. Just long. Service error, side out to the University of Indianapolis, number 13. Leslie Miller to serve. Leslie is a 6-foot junior. April Bear.
Jim, it looks like April's favoring her ankle. You know, she twisted an ankle a couple weeks ago, and looks like she's still favoring that ankle a little bit.
Certainly, I guess if you have a bad ankle, using that slide move would be advantageous for her. Killed by Leslie Miller out of the back row. Side out to U of I.
Also appears, Jim, here early that the Greyhounds are quite a bit bigger than IPFW. We'll see how that takes a toll on the Lady Dons as they go along.
They certainly got the height over us. At least 2 of their players are in the 5'11" to 6-foot range, and significantly taller than the Lady Dons. We're talking with Coach Heffron this afternoon. He indicated that size being what it is, he's really impressed with the team's ability to stay in the matches and give 100%. side out to University of Indianapolis.
IPFW is going to have to pick up their serving so that the Greyhounds can't pass that ball and run the middle like they just did there. We're going to have to serve the ball real much tougher than what we've been doing.
Shannon Smith, shot into the net. Point, University of Indianapolis. It looks like number 6 in the game. I haven't got a number for him. I'm going to assume it's maybe Jody Hilliard. IPFW keeps it alive. Great reactions. Shannon Smith swinging away. Good dig by University of Indianapolis. Another good dig by Leslie Miller. Keeps the ball alive for U of I. Here we come again. Heather Teagarden, cross court. That ball's up. It's going to be played. Evidently there's a mistake on the referee's part, assuming the ball had been out of bounds, and no such call. Great rally to stop that way.
Yeah, I don't know who made that call, whether Bob Michael, the referee, made that call, or...
I didn't see either one of the lines people indicated
No, neither one of them indicated the ball was outside the antenna.
That's too bad. Get a great rally going and something like that happens.
Well, it sure killed the momentum of both teams, and then, of course, Indianapolis comes back and serves that short ball again, and we're having a lot of trouble with that short serve.
We'll get a break in action, Coach. We'll talk about the effectiveness of that short serve because it is giving us headaches. Smith off the block.
Not only is the short serve giving us trouble, but we're unable to run any kind of a middle attack, and without that, they're going to load up on our outsides, and our outsides aren't very big.
Heather Teagarden back to serve for IPFW. Heather from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Great program, having another great year.
That's what we got to do right there.
That's a good dig by Julie Parrott to keep that alive. I'm sorry.
I said that's a good dig by our back row player, and then transition to the outside. Shannon swung away, and we just got to keep doing those kind of things.
Dig was by Julie Parrott. She's out of Fort Wayne Dwenger High School. There's a shot by Courtney Sands. Courtney Sands is 6'1" middle blocker out of Logansport. She's been a force in the league for the last couple of years. She's just getting better all the time.
Well, that time they moved her out on the strong side and let her swing from out there instead of in the middle.
Great save again.
April just got caught out of position that time on that little tip shot there to zone 4. She's got to, when the block covers the ball, she's got to step up in there and play that ball. Indianapolis is serving the ball very well, Jim.
They are, as I mentioned earlier, they are really giving us a clinic. They're just moving us all over the court, serving us at will whenever they find an opportunity.
Yeah, their serving has definitely been the difference in the game at this point.
The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. Your home for IPFW sports. Coach, it's good to be back working with you again. It's been a while, but finally we get to do some volleyball side by side. The program right now seems to be on the upswing again. I think with Coach Heffern, he's got a lot of work to do, but it certainly seems to be up to the task. Well, there's another service ace.
We're very pleased that Tim has joined our staff, and certainly because of our inability to get a coach as quickly as we would like to, hurt our recruiting process, but he and his staff are working very hard, and the program is in very good hands.
It's a good kill cross court for Shannon Smith, but it dug by Indianapolis. In transition again. They're still up.
Great hustle by the Indianapolis that time. They're really running down a lot of balls, touching a lot of balls, and once again, our inability to run the middle allows them to load up on our outside, and anytime that happens, you're going to have difficulty scoring.
Shannon Smith to serve, trying to get IPFW back on track. Kill down the line for number 13, Leslie Miller.
Well, Jim, that's a good matchup for Indianapolis. Leslie Miller is 6-foot junior, and we have blocking out there Jill Lyon, who is about 5'6", so that's really a good matchup for Indianapolis.
Michelle Conley with the kill off the middle block.
That's the most effective I've seen Michelle all year. You know, Michelle is a member of the women's basketball team and decided to play volleyball this fall and really hasn't played a lot collegiately. And earlier in the year wasn't swinging at the ball, but at least the last 2 times she's taken good swings at it, and that's going to be important for her development.
Carrie Herdman with the serve. Tip. IPFW tries to run it down. Shannon Smith can't make the play. Side out, back to the University of Indianapolis.
Those tip balls like that, Jim, we got to score off of. That's an easy tip ball, and we didn't step in and play the ball in transition and score.
That wasn't a matter that they really should have had anybody faked out. I mean, everybody in the place knew it was going to be a tip when she had her hand up.
Yeah, we were standing right there waiting on it. We just didn't get it.
Kristen Miller to serve for the Greyhounds. There's a ball tipped out of bounds. Side out to IPFW. Jill Lyon back to serve. 5-10. The Greyhounds lead the IPFW Volleyball. There's a shot cross court. Again, I'm not sure about the number. I'm going to guess it's Jody Hilliard. Leslie Miller back to serve for the Greyhounds.
That time April got caught in no man's land and wasn't able to get back to dig the ball.
That's a good move by Jill's part. That's a senior trying to do all the things a senior needs to do to get this team to be successful.
Well, that's a good play, especially at this point. It gives her kids a little boost, a little shot in the arm, and a side out, an easy side out where we've been struggling to side out before.
Strong serve by April Bear. Bull shot heading for the corner. IPFW keeps it alive. Here they come. Good dig. Ball off the net, Shannon Smith.
Good transition that time, Jim. We were able to control the ball. Jill Lyon off their tipped roll, and then Heather Teagard set the ball aside for a kill by Smith. And that's what we got to be able to continue to do.
Leslie Miller, to me, like a kill on the back row. Side out. Good swing by Heather Teagard. Off the block, Jill Lyons makes the play. Heather sends it back outside for Shannon Smith. Didn't clear the net. Point, University of Indianapolis is now 11-6, U of I. Annie Streeter to serve. Serve just wide. It's one thing to be able to serve, make serves where you don't miss the court all the time. But it doesn't do you a whole lot of good if you're serving lollipops all the time either, does it?
No, that's one thing that's difficult for sometimes the fans to understand is that they think you got to get every serve in, and certainly we would like for you to, but you got to serve the ball tough. Otherwise, the team just sides out very easily, and you might as well just toss it and give it to them. Nice play by Julie there. Julie's going to be a real nice player, Jim.
Coach Efron with the timeout. IPFW's got to find some way to stop the scoring spree here. They're trailing in game one, 11-6.
Well, we really haven't handled the ball very well on easy plays. That was an easy deflected, nice block. You know, sometimes, once again, the fans think you block every ball straight down.
Well, I think the one of the things we were talking about with Coach Eflin also is that we talked about the fact that these kids just will not quit, but we try to simplify the offense, make it a little easier for us to score off that. But if you can't pass the ball, it doesn't matter what offense you're running. Channel 6 is now accepting applications for underwriting the televising of IPFW sports events and other programs. For more information about how your business or organization can utilize this opportunity, hey, give Channel 6 a call at the office during business hours at 481-6000. Great opportunity for you to get involved with IPFW athletics and Channel 6. We'd certainly like to keep bringing you these quality broadcasts, but we need some help from you to keep things going.
I believe that's IPFW's second timeout, Jim. So at this point, we need to settle down and side out on a regular basis and score a few points, or Coach Grant do some substituting and slow the game down a little bit.
We haven't really done much to control the tempo of this game. It's been pretty much U of I right from the get-go.
Right from the beginning. Now we seem to have some kind of a lineup mix-up, as former IPFW player Mark Slaughter is our umpire today. I saw Mark earlier before the game. I haven't seen him for about 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden there he was. He showed up today.
You teach them good, Coach. He knows all the rules.
Yeah, sometimes all those officials know too many rules.
Joe Hetherington to serve. The Greyhounds. Heather Teagard. There's that backside combination. We get a kill off that and a side out. Heather back to serve. Heather, a 5'9" sophomore. There's a great serve. There's a case again where she didn't hit that ball a ton, but she hit it where she needed to hit it, and it was hit with enough authority to get it where it needed to go with no reaction time. Goes right back to, we got to stay away from the lollipops. Teagard continues to serve. Couldn't tell from this angle if that went through or if it went around the block.
Looks like it went inside Conley, right where Heather was standing, and she just didn't get in position to dig the ball quickly enough.
Still a kill for Indianapolis, side out, IPFW. Teagard, back row attack, kill, she nails the side.
That's a nice shot by Heather. And then they need to continue to do is be able to run in their offensive pattern instead of using it as a bailout set. It's much too easy to block usually when it's a bailout set.
Shanna Smith with the serve. Teagard trying to dig. Leslie Miller. Ball goes high off the facing here at the Harry Gate Sports Center. Side out to the University of Indianapolis. U of I's put the stall on. We're starting to try and climb back in this game. It's 7-11. U of I leading. Maple Bear hits a floater, goes screaming out of bounds. Point to U of I. It's now 12-7. Susan Train continues to serve. Chicken wing save by Conley. Keeps the ball alive. And Courtney Sands comes through and does what a senior's supposed to do. Puts the ball down. Point, U of I.
Courtney Sands has really showed her leadership ability here in this first game, taking charge in the middle in particular.
Again, the ball doesn't clear the net. 4 hits. Point to U of I. We're sitting here at game point. 14-7. Train continues to serve. IPFW needs to side out right here. Ball shanked off the pass. Heather Teagard does what every player does when they shank a pass or mishandles a ball. Look at their arms like, why did you do that to me? U of I is pretty impressive, Coach. Again, I haven't seen him play for about 2 years. Their program's come a long way.
Well, I think they're much improved, certainly over the last couple of years. And I particularly thought they served the ball real well and dug some balls.
Well, I think right now, looking at this first game, we've got the University of Indianapolis who pretty much has taken control of this match. Obviously, they with a score of 15-7 in game one. We've got some serious things we have to take a look at. One is passing efficiency, so we can run an offense. Two is being able to dig the ball when they run their offense. And that's one of the things that Coach Heffron was talking to me about earlier today. Also, coaches, he was really concerned about our strength in the middle. It just we haven't got a whole lot of blocking and a whole lot of experience that they can rely on. And if you haven't got an experienced middle blocker up there against some of these women that are playing here in the GLVC, you've got a real shortcoming.
Well, I think that certainly Tim realizes that indeed we've just got to be not only stronger in the middle, and the only way those kids are going to get stronger is by playing and gaining some experience. Particularly, you know, we talked about Conley, who hasn't been here much. And
we'll be right back for more IPFW volleyball action right after these brief messages.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. In May of '94, IPFW will host the men's collegiate Final Four volleyball championships. Royal Dons will be first in line to purchase preferred seating. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
We're back here at the Hilliard Gates Sports Complex. This is Jim Orr with Coach Arnie Ball. We're bringing you GLVC action. First game, the Lady Greyhounds of the University of Indianapolis spanked IPFW 15-7. It's time for IPFW to regroup. They start on the defense, transitioning offense right away. University of Indianapolis will be getting the serving. Looks like Jill Hetherington to serve for U of I.
Looks like IPFW has made some changes in the lineup, Jim. See Amy Scheinman's out there replacing Shannon Smith. And Amy Pavato is also out there. It appears in Andrea Woodcock's place.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Coach Heffron has decided what his lineup is yet. He's still trying to find the pieces that fit the gears that work.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You got this many young kids. It's just keep plugging until you find one that hits on all six.
Well, they haven't had much success in the win column, so when that happens, you just keep looking until you find something.
Lions outside, Teagarden off the block. They put the roof on that one.
Courtney Sands again, Jim. She just has really taken charge of the middle for Indianapolis, and it's really hurt us.
I believe Courtney Sands was Player of the Year in GLVC last year, wasn't she?
I think that's correct.
And she probably is going to be a repeat performer where she's taking control of this. Teagarden off the block, side out to IPFW. IPFW trails here in game 2, 0-1. Teagarden to serve.
It's a good serve there. Now we have to take advantage of this free ball.
Sands with another roof, and there she is. Net violation. It's going to be like Amy Lambert got a little bit of the net. She tried to turn away from it. Point IPFW. The Tea Garden continues serving. 1-1. Game 2. Bear cross court. Kill the point for IPFW.
Setter Susan Train from Indianapolis is in the net.
There's a six-back.
Yeah, Heather's one player we have, I believe, that served the ball very aggressively. That makes it a lot easier when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you find a deck, you got to keep working on him. And that's exactly what Tea Garden's doing. She's working on it. Right back at her. It's pretty tough to run a middle attack from 15 feet off the net. Tough serving will get it done. Train back outside. There's the transition play. They don't give you style points for it, but we'll take it anyway.
Well, Jill once again turned on the transition there and dumped the ball in the middle of the court. And she's very good at it. You know, being a senior, she's been doing that for a number of years here, and she's been real successful.
Tea Garden serves. That's a great shot. Amy Pavato all over that one. Courtney Sands tries to cut it back right into Amy's hands. She put it back in her face. Again, we don't have a number 6 on our roster, so we're just going to take a guess that it's Jody Hilliard back in the game. Train with the long overhand tip.
Well, it was a pretty easy ball. We had two players standing right there, and they ran into one another. That certainly wasn't a power tip.
Ball set across the net. Jill Lyon takes it down. Side out to IPFW. Amy Pavato to serve.
Geez, you came alive, Jim. All of a sudden, I blew my ears off there, huh? I think we must have got the technical difficulty straightened out down on the bus.
Amy Pavato serves the ball just wide.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you cleaning our ears out for us up here.
Actually, you're just happy I'm not on your lap anymore. Susan Train to serve. Off the block, covered by IPFW well. Pavato at the back row attack. Train takes it backside again. Pavato's there. Maple Barrett, she buries that one. Amy Lambert couldn't quite dig them all.
On this stretch, Jim, IPFW's played with a lot of enthusiasm and confidence and control the ball real well. That's what they just need to continue to be able to do.
This is Courtney Sands. She rips that one cross court. Pavato was in the right place, just couldn't quite handle that one. Ball ricochets off her arms. Also in the game for IPFW is number 15, Andrea Woodcock. There's number 13, Leslie Miller. Another 6-footer. She's a junior out of Jennings High School. Strong program, southern part of the state. Kill for U of I. Kristen Miller still serves. Ball's outside. Played well. That's a tough play off the net. Maple Bear. Transition shot again. Amy Streeter rips that one back across the court. Jill Lyon finds herself cheating a little bit too far in the middle of the court, and it ricochets off her. Kristen Miller to serve. He's that short serve again. Maple Bear buries that one cross court.
And we got to make an adjustment on that short serve. Kids are taking one step and trying to pass it with their bending their back instead of moving their feet to get up to the ball where they can make an easy pass.
Bear with the serve. Good save by Lyon. Not surprised to let Andrea Woodcock get away with that shot. Regardless, it still went out of bounds. Slide out to University of Indianapolis, number 13, Leslie Miller to serve. Thank you very much. That makes passing a whole lot easier when they don't give you an opportunity.
Hey, Leslie Miller looks like she's taller than 6 foot to me.
She's a big woman. She walked in by me, and I was looking up at her. I'm 5'11", and she's got to be taller than 6 foot. I know.
Yeah, they list her at 6 foot. She sure looks taller than that to me.
This is what's driving Coach Heffron crazy. Serve well for the first 5 points of the match, serving aggressively and cleanly. And now we go into a mental lapse. And IPFW is having some real struggles. Julia Parrott with that last service error.
I know, I got something.
This is Jody Hilliard, number 7. So I'm going to assume that the number 6 we have is Denise Unruh. Ball not played well by IPFW. Point to U of I. Lady Greyhounds, number 7 again, Jody Hilliard, serve. Good pass by Parrott into the middle by Povado.
It's the first time, Jim, we run that spread offense or 31 offense with some success. And certainly going to have to do that against Sands because she's a very experienced player for Indianapolis.
Amy Scheinman with the serve. Great serve. That's been one of Amy's strengths for a long time. She's always been able to serve very well.
Yes.
So they found somebody who's having some problems serving. Just take it right back at her. And just a little bit long and wide. Coach Heffron just got a few more gray hairs, Coach.
Well, he's shown an awful lot of patience. Probably more than what I would have had.
Denise Unruh with the serve. There's Julie Parrott. She's finding that back corner.
Julie's a freshman, Jim, and out of Bishop Winger, and I think she's going to be a real fine player. She's done some nice things already for us.
She's got all the tools. Heather Teagarden, another player from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Good serve. Sands dug by IPFW. Nice play by Scheinman. Again, running that middle. Strong block by Povado. I'll tell you, if we can keep running the middle, we got a chance with this one, but they shut down the middle, and they're just going to load up on the outsides. Right now, we've got University of Indianapolis at least guessing and confused as to where the ball's going to go. Another shank, good serve. Teagarden with the ace.
Heather serving, along with Julie serving, has really scored us a lot of points here in this game.
Well, if we can keep the serving strong, we're going to get back in this match in a hurry. Tune in to Channel 6 Friday evening, October 29th at 8 o'clock p.m. to watch the Kentucky Wesleyan Lady Panthers take on your IPFW Volleyball. Catch all the action of IPFW Volleyball right here on Channel 6.
There's no doubt, Jim, that the difference in this game as compared to the first game is the fact that Indianapolis served the ball really well in the first game, and we had a difficult time receiving their serve. And now we kind of turned the tables, and especially with Heather and Julie and Jill serving the ball with some authority, we've scored some easy points, and so that makes a big difference.
At the next break, Coach, let's talk a little bit about service strategies and the difference in serving tough as opposed to lollipops and things like that. There's another strong serve right down the line by Teagarden. Sands tries to take that ball across court, dug by Parrott. Povado out of the middle again. Off the block, good dig by Scheinman. Nice hands. Ball doesn't quite go. Despite that ball not going, that was probably one of the better rallies we've had yet in this match.
Well, it certainly was. Both teams handled the ball really well, but you know, April's got to stick that ball out there on the outside. When you're an outside hitter, when you get those kind of opportunities, you got to get good swings.
Lambert to serve. Teagard with a good pass. Dumped by Train. Doug. Free ball. Transition. Let's guess where this one's going. Bingo.
I'm not sure the ball cleared, Jim, but Bob Michael, the up official, thought that it was a touch.
When in doubt, take it to the well again. You got a cannon, you might as well shoot it.
Well, that was an interesting play there. Very seldom you see a two-handed dump inside the 3-meter line when the player jumps, so that's a unique play. Indianapolis is playing good defense right now.
Any one of those last 3 touches could have been called for illegal contact, but Coach, it seems like the up officials letting him play a little bit this afternoon.
Bob Michael, who is from here in town, very experienced USCBA player, is letting the kids play, and I think if indeed you're going to be one or the other, that's the best of the 2 evils.
I would agree with that. I'd rather see the players determine the match than the officials. Amy Pilato just serves that ball wide. Again, side out to University of Indianapolis. Lady Greyhounds. Susan Train to serve. Short serve again. Ball thrown outside. There's a good swing by April Bear. Andrea Woodcock with a good kill out of the middle on that overpass. Jill Lyon back to serve for IPFW.
A couple real strong serves there, Jim. Get us a couple points and jump and get into those double figures.
Courtney Sands tries to tip that thing outside again. This time we have Amy Scheinman taking the ball off of number 13, Leslie Miller. Tooled that big blocker and let that thing fall outside. Point IPFW. Jill Lyon back to serve again. Still. There's another good serve. That's a strong serve. Outside. Off the block by Amy Streeter. Amy Scheinman got her hands on it. Just weren't able to get it back up. Side out to University of Indianapolis.
Just not quite strong enough with our hands on blocking there, Jim. Looks like we have a question by the Indianapolis coach as to whom the correct server is supposed to be. Once again, umpire Mark Slaughter is going to check the lineups to determine who the correct server should be, and looks like we're going to have a sub for Indianapolis. Christy Miller will be coming in for Courtney Sands.
That's good news for IPFW. Good pass. There's the run in the offense right out of the middle again. Ball's going to come back. There's Amy Scheinman.
That's a nice shot by Amy down the line, about in zone, what, 5.5, something like that, right into where Indianapolis had not rotated their defense. So you need to keep hitting the ball there.
Well, if they're going to give it to us, might as well take advantage of it. Here's April Bear. Back to serve for IPFW. There's a good serve. She found the duck. Now let's see if we can keep shooting at her.
Timeout Indianapolis, Jim. Certainly, once again, I reiterate, the serving's been the difference. April banging the ball there. Now she has to come out and serve another good serve here after the timeout.
What's the impact, Coach, of the soft lollipop serves as opposed to, say, the last serve of April Bear's there? What can happen, what can't happen when you're running that thing?
Well, the strategy is to try and serve the ball short to bring the front row attackers up to the net where they can't get back and take a strong approach, then to attack the ball, and it makes the team become more, the offensive team become more predictable, so you can set your defense up against it. And of course, once you get the player moved up, so they are cheating up to take that short serve, then you try and serve their head, and it's pretty hard to pass the ball very accurately with your head. So that's kind of the strategy. It's if you can do it.
And again, as Coach Ball's indicated, Game 2 has been pretty much all IPFW. Now, we won't take that as an example, but IPFW has been serving much better and passing better here in Game 2. And I think one of the other keys is they've been able, because of that good passing, get the ball to the middle.
Well, that's the second time we've done that, and I tell you, it's frustrating as a coach, especially when juniors and seniors do that. After a timeout, you got to go back and get the ball in the court.
Good serve by Leslie Miller. IPFW passes it well outside, and the T-guard, she keeps pounding.
That was played well today, Jim, especially offensively. I think she's made some real quality swings, and that's been one of the things I know that Coach Heffron's been concerned about is that kids really haven't gotten a real quality swings where they've really been able to attack the ball.
Julie Parrott back in the game for IPFW. She will serve. 10-5, 2 more points right here would put us in a real good position. Couple more gray hairs for Coach Heffron.
Well, that's 2 in a row. First after a timeout and the second a sub, and those are just 2 instances where players are not allowed to serve the ball out of bounds or in the net.
Scheinman just long. IPFW may be looking for a touch. The ball is not close. Point, Greyhounds. Maybe Streeter to serve. Lammert into the block. Back it comes, but it doesn't clear the net. Saw a real good move there on the part of Julie Parrott. Coach, she played that last ball. She took a real quick glance down to see whether or not she was in a position to play it. And indeed, if she let it go, it was going to drop in. She knew exactly where she wanted to be. Scheinman to serve. Outside to Lammert. Roll shot, middle of the court. That is a world's toughest spot to play.
Well, you have to read that. You know, as a defensive player, you have to be able to read what the hitter's going to do and step up in there and play that ball, or if nothing else, at least extension roll or do something, pancake, something to get underneath the ball so it doesn't hit the floor.
Bravado. Is that a backslide, Coach?
That's a backslide. Felipe Roulat made the call of the ball being in. It was a real close call. Amy kind of hit the ball flat, not with much topspin.
Now the T-Garden back to serve on the side out. Nice block by Lyon and Bravado. I think we'll each give them half a block on that one.
That's really difficult to tell from our angle who blocked the ball. Maybe they both did.
For the T-Garden to serve, 11-6 IPFW here in game 2. That takes Courtney Sands out of the offense real quick. Ball outside to April Bear. I know it's tough from up here to make a call, Coach. Is April leaving too soon, or is the set not being where it ought to be?
Well, that ball really floated back off the net, but April's still got to get the ball in bounds.
Lammert to serve. Bob Mike calls double hit on Amy Bravado. Point, U of I.
That ball that time, the set by Jill was floating towards the net, and April has a lot more success when the ball floats toward the net. When it floats away, she really struggles trying to hit the ball high and pull it into the court.
Exactly right. When she gets that thing out there in front of her, she's got some real arm speed behind it. Bravado back to serve for IPFW. Again, IPFW leading here now in game 2, 11-7. U of I trying to crawl back in. Ball tipped out by Tram. That's a shot that, if I could say any one player I've seen since we've been associated with IPFW volleyball perfected, it would be Julie Agonissi, who used to be able to make that shot.
Judy could do that with her eyes closed, and there's a
thank you very much.
Call that our official could have called a double hit on pretty easily, but just ended up in being kind of an overpass for Jill Lyon, who
helps her stats.
Smiled when she got to take a swing at that one. Said thank you.
Bravado serves. Tram to the middle. There's Courtney Sands, that two-hand dump again.
Well, we've got to let our left front stay back and play that ball. Our left back's got to cheat up and take that ball, that should never be a killed ball.
Yeah, she's given a telegraph on that one. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to see that. Bravado overpass. Comes down in front. Mandy Holbrook. in the game for Indianapolis. Another big kid, 5'11" freshman for Indianapolis Southport. Joe Lyon back to serve. Streeter takes the ball off the block of Scheinman, side out, U of I. IPFW leads here now in game 2, 13-7. Courtney Sands back to serve. Ball served wide. At this point in the match, Coach, you're down 13-7. You don't need to hit the line. Serve the ball strong, serve it in.
Well, you either want to do what we talked about before, work on serving short or deep, or serve the ball into zones. If you serve the ball into zones, or between players I'm talking about, so they have to make a decision.
Andrea Woodcock with the first shot hit deep. Courtney Sands with a good dig, and Woodcock puts it back down. Point IPFW is now game point, 14-7. They prepare to serve. Back row attack called by Bob Michael. Point IPFW. We'll take it. Game 2 goes IPFW 15-7. So there's a turnaround, big turnaround from game 1, losing at 15-7, coming back winning game 2, 15-7. And again, as we've been talking about through almost all of game 2, it comes back to being able to serve strong and run that middle.
Well, I think the real difference, Jim, was the serving and passing. Indianapolis had much more difficulty serving the ball aggressively, and we handled their serve, and in particular Jill and April, and served the ball really well, and that made it more difficult for Indianapolis to run the middle. I don't believe they ran the middle at all in the second game. We don't have any stats up here, but I don't recall them running the middle hardly at all.
Okay, we'll be right back for more IPFW volleyball action right after these brief messages.
For Indiana ended with great defensive plays against the Kentucky Wildcats last Saturday in Bloomington. And the defense will have to play well in the future, too, as the Big Ten season starts with the Wisconsin Badgers coming to Bloomington this week. I'm Mickey Klein. Join me and guest coach Bill Lynch for Big Red Football, where you can see all the action highlights of every Indiana football game.
How can you find out when lightning may strike? And how do you count the fish in the sea? How can you tell if a child is growing normally, if baseball is getting better, or traffic is getting worse? How do you know about stock market trends, the risk of cholesterol, the history of witchcraft, or the future of spacecraft? With statistics, that's how. And how can you find out about statistics? With the new Statistics series, Against All Odds.
Turn to find help for an elderly person you love. Call the Elder Care Locator at 1-800-677-1116.
is a need in your own hometown, please join your local chapter.
For over 2 millennia, Western society has generated a rich visual tradition of painting, sculpture, and architecture. What do these images mean? How can we understand them? Art of the Western world will take you on an exciting journey that will suggest answers to these and other questions. Beginning in ancient Greece and ending on the brink of the future, it will examine many of mankind's most enduring artistic achievements.
Carol.
Tom.
Some people still don't realize how space technology benefits everyone.
Well, you've played a detective. Why don't you give him a clue and I'll be your helper?
Okay, partner. Look at this.
Without warning, hurricanes can take a huge toll in lives and property.
But with space satellites, we now have ample warnings.
And thousands of lives have been saved.
Hey, Carol, we're a great team.
We're a great item.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
Mental illness. We fear it. We laugh at it.
This guy's lost his
We scorn it. We think it's shameful. But these are misunderstandings. Misunderstandings that will fade away if we see mental illness for what it really is. A medical disease. A disease that can be treated if you just know where to turn. For an informative booklet, call the American Mental Health Fund.
Excuse me, ma'am, can you help us? I'm sorry, Sir, please help our brother. Ma'am, we need some blood for our brother. Please.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Sir? Please, ma'am.
Oh, not now, baby.
Our brother really needs blood. Can you help us?
Imagine if you had to ask for blood to save the life of someone you love. Next time the American Red Cross asks, give blood, please.
A lot of my friends have already retired. But I wasn't ready for that. So I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps. I love my kids. And the way I figure it, I have the rest of my life to play cards.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
Welcome back to IPFW Women's Volleyball. We're looking at Game 3. So far, Games 1 and 2, it's been a complete turnaround. IPFW lost the first game, I guess is the best way to put it, 15-7, turned around and came back and smacked U of I 15-7 in Game 2. It's now 1-1. We're looking at Game 3. Pretty much typical of what we expected. Again, we talked about teams that both teams have played. They both played the University of Indianapolis. Both teams have lost in 5. Even though the IPFW and University of Indianapolis have got some seniors on the team, I still categorize them as both being rather young teams. So we expect a pretty much war, and it's been just about everything we expected.
Well, both the games have been in stark contrast, Jim, as we alluded to before. Indianapolis came out and played real strong in the first game, served the ball well, dug balls in transition, ran in their middle, and were able to beat us very easily, 15-7. The second game was just a turnaround. Amy Palvato came in and was able to run the middle for us. We handled the ball and served well, and we won Game 2. So now it'll be a matter of who shows up in Game 3.
Here we go. Amy Scheinman starts us off. We'll pretend that didn't happen because I'd like to see the team that played out there in Game 2 show up again for Game 3, but Amy Scheinman serves it just a little wide. Again, it's one of those cardinal errors. You don't start the game with a service error. That's inexperience, but Amy Lamont serves the ball, serves it well, and IPFW doesn't make the pass. Point. U of I, they jump on top. Game 3, 1-0. Another strong serve, short. Coach, if we're looking at some short serves, as obviously they're playing with us up and back, what do the passers have to be watching for to get those short serves and get a jump on them?
Well, first of all, we just need to adjust up in the court. I mean, we stay in the same spot and expect to be able to step forward and pass that ball, and you can't do that. And we just need to adjust our passing pattern and recognize that you need to adjust to where they're serving the ball.
Amy Lamont serves that last one long, trying to work the up-back situation. The last one's just a little bit too far back. U of I jumps on top, 3-0. Heather Teagardner serve for IPFW. Miller with the kill down the line. Amy Shyman can't quite dig it. Rise out of bounds, side out to U of I.
Yeah, Amy's a little tight there. She's got to rotate back a little bit, but the whole play really got started when we were unable to handle their easy free ball.
Jody Hilliard with the serve. Maple Bear's shot evidently hit the antenna. Called the ball out of bounds. 4-zip. U of I jumps on top again. Here we go. Hilliard with another strong serve. There's April Bear on the outside, burying that one. Substitution for IPFW, number 15, Andrew Woodcock replaces number 10, Shannon Smith. Amy Pavado, I guess I should say, is back to serve for IPFW.
Sorry, Jim, I've had trouble pronouncing her name for 2 years.
Jill Lyon with the block. I'll tell you, what a great day for center. A block and a kill, all the same match.
Smile all the way to the bank, huh?
Pavado to serve. They've got Jody Hilliard running the team here in game 3. Hasn't seemed to make a whole lot of difference for U of I. They're still running fairly effectively.
Well, that set there was real tight, and Courtney Sands was able to go up and tip the ball over our block, and we were unable to play it.
You know, the thing about Courtney Sands, aside from being 6'1", she's got about 6-foot arms. She just flat out can reach almost anything.
Yeah,
the ball served out of bounds.
She's a real nice player, Jim. It's easy to understand why she was the player of the year last year.
Jill Lyon to serve for IPFW. There's a strong serve. Gets him to move. There's a shot by Denise Unruh. April Bear was wishing on it. Didn't quite work, fell on the line. Side out. There's another good play by April Bear. Jill Lyon connected on that shot outside, cross court. Kill IPFW, side out. April to serve.
So if you watch April real close, I think she's really favoring that ankle. She's got that big, heavy plastic brace on her leg. I really think she favors it.
There's a shackle.
The brace certainly didn't affect that serve, did it?
Not at all. April continues to serve. 2-4. IPFW down here in game 3. Overpass. And then Teagarden off the block, plays it up. Lions back outside, but Teagarden off the block again. Transition, Shiner cut the back, it falls.
It's like, Jim, we've already gone away from our middle again. You know, and at game 2, we were able to run the middle. I don't believe we set the middle here in game 3 yet.
Not at all. Haven't touched it.
But April's serving certainly has made it more difficult for Indianapolis.
Clamored off the block, back up, clamored again, cross court. Pavado tries to make that cross court save. Gets a hand on it, but that's about all.
Yeah, she got caught up inside, and instead of staying back deep on the perimeter, they're playing a perimeter defense. Looks like a little bit of a rotation, and Amy just got caught up inside and couldn't reach back and play the ball.
Mandy Holbrook to serve, U of I. Swing by Teagarden. Now there's a great play by Jill Lyon. I really like to see that when the setter's in there to take the ball. She was going to run somebody over. She turned ball to set.
Yeah, we've got a number of players who are stepping to set the ball where Jill could very easily get to it. And I'm in agreement with you. It's nice to see a senior setter who says, get out of the way, this is my ball.
Julie Parrott back in the serve for IPFW. Another Teagarden made a quick approach, probably overran the ball a little bit. Little shot it in the court, it falls.
She landed real funny, Jim, almost like she turned her ankle.
ball outside to Lambert. Lambert cross court, Barrett digs. Lyon back up. Teagarden with another kill. And she's still flexing that ankle a little bit. She might have come down on that.
I think she twings a little bit there.
Julie Parrott serve. That'll eliminate your offense real quick, having your outside hitter set the ball. Teagarden with a real nice swing. Cut it back just a little bit, drove the ball out of bounds. Side out to U of I. Courtney Sands back in the game. We've got a bad news situation. Sands back in the game and they've got the serve. But IPFW is up 5-4. Game 3. Thank you very much.
Looks like they were trying to serve that ball into zone 2 there, and that would have been a great serve because we were back covering zone 1.
Scheinman to serve. Dig by Parrott outside the Teagarden. She buries it. Great dig. Another swing, another dig. Good hands. Here we go. And again, once you get that ball in the middle, you don't have to kill it every time. Just give it a chance.
Well, not only that, it holds the opponent's middle blocker a little bit, so your outsides have a better chance of being successful. We just got to be able to run some more of that in order for that to take place.
Scheinman back to serve still. IPFW up 6-4, game 3. Lambert takes the ball deep against April Bear. April's choice was play it or eat it. Tried to play it, ball sails out of bounds, side out to U of I. Lambert to serve. Deep to Scheinman. Back row attack. Dug by U of I. Ball hit wide. That was a good play on the part of Mandy Holbrook in that back row dig by her. Got the ball wide. Fortunately, the shot was wide. Side out to IPFW. Heather Teagarden to serve. U of I is substituting rather freely in this match.
Yeah, looks like their coach is looking for...
That ball is tipped wide. Sorry, coach.
That's right. It's a good thing it was tipped wide because Julie Parrott had already teed it up inside, and if it wasn't tipped wide, why it was going to be... Uh-oh! Let's go back and pass and try and side out. So we're lucky there.
7-4 IPFW. U of I all over the net.
And Jody Hilliard, number 7 setter, was way under with her right foot. And Mark Schroeder, being the IPFW volleyball alumnus that he is, was quick on the trigger to call her for being under. We pay him well.
You get a setter a little bit late to release on the ball, and it's passed tight. You've basically got no chance to make that play.
Yeah, one of the things that young setters, and I don't know how young Jody is. She's a freshman. Young setters do is they don't penetrate to the net quickly enough, and when that happens, then they get themselves spread out. And like what just happened to Jody there, they step underneath the net. And unfortunately, sometimes other players get hurt because that happens. So the real secret to that, as a setter, is by penetration. And by penetration, we mean getting to the net as quickly as possible, so that indeed you don't allow that to happen. Greg, what in the world
IPFW back on the floor, leading here in game 3, 8-4.
Oh.
IPFW will continue to serve. Heather Teagarden putting the ball back in action for IPFW. There's another tough serve. Bobodo tries to put that ball down. It's sailing long. Point IPFW, 9-4. Teagarden continues to serve. Keep it up, Heather. There's a strong serve. It was a good call, but a little weak. It looked like he wasn't really sure he wanted to make that call.
Well, it sure looked like we should have blocked that ball, I think, Jim. Instead of turn with her right hand, just turn as she's going to tip it. We got to smother that ball. We got to be all over that ball.
Hilliard serving in the middle. There's Bobodo again. Cavato.
that's something that indeed we need to continue to do, is run that middle. And Indianapolis is not serving the ball nearly as aggressively as they were before, and therefore it's becoming much easier for us from our offense.
Jimmy Pullwater with the serve. Hilliard outside. Holbrook hooks it back into play. Back row attack for Scheinman. Good dig by Lyon. Ball played just wide by Woodcock. IPFW leads here. Game 3, 9-4. Substitution for U of I. Number 4, Christy Miller replaces Courtney Sands.
Senior for a senior. Christy for Courtney.
IPFW keeps it alive. Miller with the cross court. Jill Lyon playing a great match tonight.
I think she's been real aggressive, Jim, and trying to assert herself to other teammates to get them to play much more aggressively. She's done a good job of that so far.
There's a ball served down the line. Play by Leslie Miller. Again, a one-hand punch shot. That's got to be just an experience on our part.
Yeah, a little bit of that, and the fact that their size is, with their size, they're able to get that ball to the top of us a little quicker than what we would anticipate, and therefore we're not able to play it.
Regardless, Leslie Miller returns the favor and sends the ball out of bounds and lets April Barra serve it for IPFW. Again, the ball passed tight. Unless you've got a 6'8" setter like we have in the men's team, that's a dead play.
Yep.
Not sure that was a very good choice on the part of Hilliard.
Indianapolis's ball control since game 1 has really gone downhill, and by ball control, of course, we not only mean passing but setting, and the set there by Hilliard was a trap, what we call a trap set. Easy block for Amy Scheinman.
She's also sitting there with a back set all the way across court. Like I say, you give that trap set, there's nothing we can do with it.
It's just not a good choice.
You too can join in the excitement of IPFW athletics by participating in the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official athletic club for all IPFW athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sporting events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters, just to name a few of the benefits. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Lisa Moreland at 481-6027 or write the Royal Dons Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Do it today. Another Teagard. Standing jump, sends the ball a little bit long. Side out, U of I. Holbrook to serve. Teagard brings it back cross court. Lamrick, strong swing, off the block, point.
That time Jim Andre Woodcock was just late getting outside, and then she was why the attacker hit the ball off over and out of bounds.
Ball outside for Teagard. Transition. Dug by U of I. One hand tip thrown deep.
Little momentum swing here for Indianapolis. They've been able to soft block 2 of Heather's attacks and transition to score.
Good serve. Ball set probably a little bit too tight for Woodcock out of the middle. She hits that ball into the closet. Not a whole lot you can do with it. And U of I was all over that set.
That was a real slow developing play, and Jill still tried to run the middle. And when you run slow development plays in the middle, it gives the middle blocker a lot of opportunity to sit there and wait on you. I'm not sure, it's really hard to tell from our angle, but I'm not sure the set was above the net. And it's pretty awesome to get it over the net if the set's below the net.
Real tough to run an offense from that low.
Now we need to get a good pass here inside out. Serve a couple aces and get ourselves to 13. We get to 13, why? That's a good number.
Mandy Holbrook continuing to serve. Mandy's a 5'11" freshman. Service ace.
That's 4 in a row, and Jim wanted to score 11-4 at one time.
11-4. It's 4 in a row. Bit of a mental vacation here. Got to screw in the intensity and the concentration. She's not serving bullets. Teagarden puts it into that. Hits the ball off the block.
Indianapolis' middle blocker read wrong and was just tremendously late getting outside and had to lift the ball off of her, then they deflected out of bounds. And that's a real smart shot on outside attacker when the middle is late.
Well, we're in a situation now with Julie Parrott back to serve. We ought to be able to run some points off. And let's run a few off before Courtney Sands gets back in that front row. There it is. Look at Teagarden. Stops her in her tracks.
That was a nice play by Julie Parrott and Amy Scheinman, and then of course Heather put determination on it. But all three made nice plays on the ball in order for us to be successful.
Julie Parrott comes in and serves 2 nice balls. Well shot by Holbrook. Lyon in transition out of the middle. Merry Christmas on that call, or no call. Ball rolled into the net. Point IPFW. I think therein, and we'll talk about that also, lies the difference between high school volleyball and college volleyball. Teagarden blasts it cross court. She's not going to get that one. Point IPFW is now 14-8. IPFW sitting on game point. Parrott to serve for game 3. 14-8 IPFW.
Heather's played real well offensively today, Jim.
Into the game for U of I is Mandy Hawkins, the defensive specialist, 5'11" sophomore. Decatur Central High School in Canby, Indiana. Julie Parrott to serve. Done a nice job this afternoon. Just a little long.
I would guess that Coach Heffron's going to put up those cardinal rules of serving, and when you serve, don't make an error.
We've just about seen them all, haven't we?
I think he's going to discuss that at some time during the week coming up.
Well, that's a bad news situation. Again, we served the ball out on point 14, but it also allows Courtney Sands to rotate back into the front row. There's a ball thrown long by Hilliard. Ball's on that end line.
Well, that time, Jim, we had all 6 of our players inside the 3-meter line. They were taking a vote on who was going to be the next whatever.
There with the pass, Lyon back sets it. In transition. Dump, side out, IPFW.
It's the 3rd time Jill's done that today, and all 3 have been successful. But picking the right time is key, and she's done that every time.
Amy Scheinman to serve. Guess where this ball is going to go. You want to get back in the match? Get back in the match to its senior leader.
Yeah, and ever since game 1, she's not really attacked the ball out of that middle position. She's dumped it, but she's been very successful in getting kills.
The game for University of Indianapolis, Shannon Mickenberg, 5'10" freshman out of New Palestine, Indiana. Ball served long by Mandy Hawkins.
Well, Mandy must have felt sorry for us. Decided she'd serve it long and see if we could call her in or out.
We'll have Heather pay for it on this one. Punch it in there.
Oh! Yeah, Heather's been one of our stronger servers today. I think she's played extremely well. We put the jinx on her probably.
Hilliard to serve. Top spin. Outside to Barra. Off the block. Ball's in. Point. U of I. Climbing back in this ball game, 14-10. IPFW leads here in game 3. Hilliard to serve. There's a strong pass by Simon. The set will seem to be okay.
Yeah, it looks like Amy just turned it into the block. Tried to hit the ball away from her, and the blocker was standing there.
14-11. Here comes the Greyhounds.
The momentum has certainly changed. Once again, I think, weren't we ahead 11-4 at one time?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, and then we jumped up to 13-7, and now we've allowed them to come back and score some 3 or 4 points in a row again. And volleyball is, as you fans know, is a game of momentum and streaks, and that's what we, as coaches, strive for, is to eliminate your streaks of giving up a number of points in a row, and that's what we've done here. 2 streaks in a row.
I can't think of anything that takes the toll on the team faster than to have a reasonably good-sized lead and just squander it. Again, Hilliard with the serve. Bear off the block, dug by U of I. They run some transition. Bear hits that shot. The ball is wide. That's a good call by Bob Michael. It looked like it's about maybe 6-8 inches long.
The angle I'm at was real difficult for me to see, but he made it right away, and certainly was no argument.
Hilliard is serving. Roll shot. Maybe an off-speed shot, maybe Bear. It falls untouched. Slide out to IPFW. Bobo to serve. Andrea Woodcock in the game for Julie Parrott. We need to have somebody serve strong or take a good swing here. There it is.
Yeah,
There's an ace. We'll take that. Bobo with the game-winning serve. IPFW takes game 3, 15-12.
Well, Jim, that was a kind of a combination of the first 2 games. And we came out real strong, played real well, served the ball well. Doug, I thought, did a good job running our middle and transition. And then we gave up 2 streaks, so I believe 4 points in a row. And when you do that, of course, this takes all the momentum away from you. And we really allowed, even though we won the game, I think we allowed Indianapolis to develop some momentum and have an opportunity to come out in the 4th game and play pretty well. So our kids are going to have to be ready to play in game 4.
And it would seem also with the number of players that Coach Stober has been running in there for Indianapolis, that they've got some depth on that team, and she really hasn't had her starting 6 that won game 1 back on the court since. It would seem also to me that if you're in a position to wipe up two games quickly, you'd stay with it right away, and that's not been the case with U of I. I don't know what she's looking for.
Now both teams, Coach Heffron also has played a lot of players, so I mean, both teams have played a lot of players, and I certainly don't know what Coach Stober's looking for, but I know that Tim's is looking for a combination that'll work.
We'll see what happens here in game 4. We'll be right back for more IPFW volleyball action right after these brief messages.
Ever love.
My hero? Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero? Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
What comes to your mind when you think about mathematics? Clowns, street sweepers, the Red Sox, robots, the weather, earthquakes, Disney World, pineapples, conventions, parking tickets, fishing? If these practical applications of contemporary mathematics didn't make your list, you should watch public television's math series for all practical purposes.
Welcome back to IPFW and the Hilliard Gate Sports Center for GLVC women's volleyball action this afternoon. University of Indianapolis Greyhounds take on your IPFW Mastodons. And right now, IPFW is in control of this match. 2-1, moving into game 4. IPFW lost the first game 15-7 and has won game 2 and 3, 15-7, 15-12. And we're looking here at game 4 with the University of Indianapolis serving. Joe Hetherington will put the ball in play for U of I. And it looks to me like we've got Hetherington and Denise Unruh and Andy Holbrook, Andy Hawkins, Courtney Sands, and Hilliard back in the game for U of I. Again, another different lineup. Good save by Scheinman, a little bit tight. Another good save. Ball's being kept alive. Parrott with the swing. Hilliard outside. Ball blasted long by Hawkins. We'll say one thing for IPFW, they're patient.
That was a nice aggressive swing by Julie Parrott there out of the back row. So it shows a lot of maturity for a freshman.
Heather Teagarden to serve for IPFW. Nice strong serve. Covered well. Lyon in transition. Ball dug by April Bear. Overpassed, unfortunately. Courtney Sand tries to cut it back. Again an overpass. Net violation on
Jill Lyon.
Lyon?
Yeah, Jill Lyon was in the net there.
That's too bad. That thing's going well. There's another jump by Jill Lyon off the serve of Mandy Hawkins.
Yeah, I think Jill must be about 4 for 4 today offensively. She's picked the right kinds of times to tip the ball, and that's what's real important as a setter.
Amy Pulvito back to serve for IPFW. No score here in game 4. Hilliard outside. Swing by Shannon Miggenberg. Courtney Sand again tips it out of the middle. Outside for April Bear. 6-pack. Hello. Joe Hetherington found that one.
I think we got a break there, Jim. I think that ball was going to be out of bounds. Indianapolis player couldn't get out of the way in time.
Pulvito with the net serve. Okay.
Well, there are times to make serving errors and there's time not to.
Hilliard to serve. Good pass. Big dot cross court. It's on the line. Side out by IPFW. Joe Lyon back to serve.
That was a real close call there, Jim.
Courtney Sand just hesitated enough to let the ball slide off her hands. She had room, but she didn't know she had it.
Yeah. So when you have to decide whether you want to bust your shins on the bleacher or get the ball, it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes.
There's an easy ball to pass.
Well, that's the second example of this game when we made 2 serving errors after we scored points. And both times Indianapolis has not handled the ball very well, and so that's when you got to keep the pressure on them, because the more they mishandle the ball, the more opportunity you have of scoring again.
Here we are with number 4, Christy Miller, serve. Ball's tight. April Bear out of the middle. Dug by U of I. Another good dig. Hilliard outside. Holbrook. Pulvito with the dig. Tip. Covered. Outside. Lyon. Scheinman. Just wide. And then again, too, Coach, we can talk just a second about there are times to make great shots and times to make good shots. And that time, the good shot would have done.
Yeah, the good shot's all we needed.
April Bear out of the middle. Kill IPFW. Side out. Hilliard in the middle. Holbrook blocked by Woodcock. Point, IPFW.
Yeah, that was a real difficult play for Holbrook to have to make. That was behind her head and off the net. Not a good choice by the setter that time.
Fair to serve. IPFW leads here in game 4, 3-1. Hilliard back sets. Back sets again. Dug by Bear, overpassed. Looked like everybody was waiting for somebody else to play the ball.
Yep, everybody was standing around taking tickets there.
Shannon Miggenberg to serve. 5'10" freshman. That ball is deep.
Just fairly long, I think, wasn't it, Jim?
Yeah, it looked like maybe about 2 or 3 inches. Ball comes across that easy. He should be back there making that call without any doubt. Julie Parrott in to serve for IPFW. Hilliard again tries to dump. I'm not sure that Amy Sharman would have had to play that ball. It might have been just a little wide.
Yeah, I don't think anybody said anything, and that was a trick out of Jill's bag of tricks. First time we've seen her setter do that.
Overpass. Dug by Parrott. Done a nice job this afternoon. Teagarden cross-court shot. Misplayed. Side out to IPFW.
Yeah, Jim, the play of Jill Lyon and her leadership and Heather Teagarden offensively and Julie Parrott coming off the bench has really, I think, carried our team today.
Sharman, strong serve. That was a great play. That was a great play. Thank you very much. I'll hurt him on it. That's it. Nice job, Heather. Couple gifts on U of I's part.
Well, I think we did the same thing for them earlier, so they just returned the favor. Certainly that ball was way out of bounds. That's the reason they call this game a game of communication, and certainly Indianapolis didn't communicate very well there.
Sharman again, a strong serve. It's out of bounds. They'll bring it back. Sharman takes a swing again.
Amy's on a roll right now.
Tipped by number 14, Mandy Hawkins.
I guess I jinxed her. That's the ball that Amy normally would get, I think.
Number 6, Denise Unruh, I believe, back to serve.
Shelly Sands returns the lineup for the Greyhounds.
Lyon outside. Teagarden hits the ball. Well, Sands just keeps going up and up and up. Free ball real short. Opportunity for transition here. Outside, Teagarden tries to cut it. Just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it looks like that she was going to try and hit a radical angle, and the radical became in the bottom of the net. So sometimes those things happen. Just got to not be afraid of the block sometimes and use it as your friend. It's one of the things young players do, Jim, is the block sometimes intimidates them. And percentages will tell you that the block is the most negative skill that we have in the game. And so sometimes the block is your friend. You need to use it.
Well, speaking of friends, Denise Unruh turns in one for us and serves the ball out of bounds. Teagarden serves the ball. And Jody Hilliard turns around and spanks that puppy down. Side out to U of I. You know, Coach, there's a couple of real question marks in this match. One is in game 1, Courtney Sands is playing all the way around, and since then she has not. Another question has just been served. I wondered what happened to Amy Lambert, who played so well in game 1 and game 2. You know, another big question is what's happened to their starting setter?
Yeah,
because I haven't seen Susan Tram since game 1.
No, she's not played at all, and she appears to be physically okay. So I'm not sure either what's going on in regards to Indianapolis' lineup, but they certainly have put some different people in there after they spanked us in game 1.
No, and I mean, again, we can't get in Laura Strober's mind, but it seemed to me that I thought that Susan Tram ran a very nice game in game 1. So I don't know what she's thinking here, but even Povodo to serve anyway. Killed by Leslie Miller.
A nice block by Joe Lyon for game 5 for the Mastodons. Or for point 5, excuse me, not game 5.
There's Courtney Sands back.
She's kind of got a delayed arm swing, Jim, and it makes it difficult to block her. The reason why she gets away with that almost a 2-ball set instead of a true quick attack set.
Hilliard to serve. Bear out of the middle again. That may not be a bad spot for April Bear.
Well, the kind of offense that Jim is running with 3 passes, or Tim is running with 3 passers, April doesn't have to pass all the time, so it allows her to run the middle some.
Joe Lyon serves the ball strong. Courtney Sand, dug by Scheiman. Dug again by Teagarden. April Bear. Scheiman roll shots it back in. Outside to Miller.
Net call, Jim. Net call on April. It's too bad it has a great dig there by Heather.
You know, it looked to me like we had them pretty much on the ropes as far as, again, we were just going to be out-patienceing them. That can be done. Seems to be some confusion on U of I's part as to who's to be serving. And that's the type of mistake, Coach, that maybe you could expect out of a team of, no, you shouldn't even expect that out of a team of freshmen. You've got to know where you're playing.
Well, it happens regularly. I've seen it happen internationally. So sometimes in the heat of the battle and the excitement, you forget. And now it appears that our umpire has not quite gotten it straightened out yet either.
With as intricate an offense and service seed patterns and so forth, I can see where it's very easy to get confused as to what's going on. But
well, I would tell you that it happened to my team in the Olympic Festival this last summer, and we served out of rotation, and I knew it, and the bench knew it, but the 6 guys on the floor couldn't figure it out.
Couldn't figure it out. Did the scorer catch it?
The scorer caught it.
In the story.
Well,
side out.
Fortunately, none of you there to witness it. It brought back some of the old days memories that we used to go through.
Okay, I think we're getting this worked out.
Yeah,
maybe not.
I don't know.
Courtney Sand is either in or out. She doesn't know yet. She was in, now she's out. Now she's going back in again.
Well, it appears to me that we must not be paying our scorekeeper enough money. So
easy.
For you fans that don't know, Coach Orr's wife is our scorekeeper, and obviously she's very inexperienced at this point.
Yeah, right.
She's been doing it for us for a number of years, but I don't know. This is a great timeout.
Yeah, let's talk some strategy. Speaking of Tram not being in the game.
Well, I don't know. One of my former players, Gretchen Alversmeyer, is getting married this evening, and I was hoping to get to the wedding here. But if this timeout lasts much longer, I'm not going to make it. Gretchen, that was a free plug for you, babe.
Best of luck. Yeah, we certainly love you and miss you. Sands a serve. That's a great set by Joe Lyon. Miller, cross court, she just stood flat-footed and snapped that ball.
As I said before, I think she's taller than 6 foot.
Yeah.
She hit that ball way above our block that time.
Sands to serve. Real short. Line up. Cross court, dug by Sands. Woodcock off the block. Side out IPFW.
That was a very nice play by Sands in the back row, but maybe even a better play by Andrea Woodcock. attacking that overpass.
Excuse me, the one-handed set that Jill made is starting to be allowed to be played a little bit more and more by officials who know what's going on, I think that's a great change in the play of the officials in the game.
Well, it's really changed in the men's game. But in the women's game, you don't, of course, quite see it so often. However, I did see Amy Scheinman just dig a ball like the beach players, and that one usually gets called for a double hit.
Yes. Ball buried by IPFW, point IPFW. They lead here in game 4, 6-3. There's a ball that's played out of bounds. We'll take it. Didn't clear the net. And you weren't going to see Leslie Miller do that very often at 6 foot. They say 6 foot. We just saw her stand flat-footed and nail one. That ball really didn't have much chance. Never got above the net.
That substitution problem we had there a few minutes ago, I thought would slow us down, but indeed, I think it slowed Indianapolis down more than it has us, Jim. Tune in to Channel 6 Friday evening, October 29th at 8 p.m. to watch the Kentucky Wesleyan Lady Panthers take on the IPFW Volleyball. Catch all the action of IPFW Volleyball right here on Channel 6.
Thank you very much. April Bear back to serve for IPFW. IPFW leads here in the match, 2-1. They are leading here in game 4, 7-3. Strong serve, overpass. Touch by IPFW. A little bit of indecision.
Yeah, April looked at Jill and Jill looked at April, but I believe it was April's ball. And she just didn't go for it. By that time it was too late.
Well, if hand signals mean anything, this should be served right from the middle back. Not bad. A little mistiming.
Sometimes those things happen.
Point. U of I. 4-7. Miller serves. Short again. Scheinman off the block. Dug by Bear. Dump. Covered. There's Lambert.
That was a nice play by Lambert that time, Ricky. Now, that's the first time Jill dumped the ball and they picked it up, and Lambert just spanked it back at us.
And they've got her listed at 5'9". She didn't leave the ground, and she put that down too. Teagard, nice stroke right off the block. Tool time. Side out by IPFW, back in the game for IPFW at number 2. Julie Parrott replacing Andrea Woodcock.
Indianapolis has come back with a little momentum of their own here, Jim. They need to score a couple points and take some of the wind out of their sails.
This has been a good rotation for us. Should happen here if things hold true to form. That's a good case where it looked to me like Courtney Sands did all the right things, but didn't have the right result.
Yeah, the setter, Hilliard, didn't even bother to go try and play the ball.
Julie Parrott, another nice serve. 2 points, IPFW now jumps out 9-5.
Once again, Julie's come in and asserted herself to make something happen on the team.
There's another tough serve. Covered well by IPFW. That's a difficult play.
Yeah, that's just almost an impossible play. If Heather could have gotten there and taken a swing with it, it would have been a good opportunity to try and knock the official off the ladder.
Oh, Mandy Holbert's serve. Teagard, dug by Miller. Slapped right on the line. I didn't catch who made that particular swing, but got the line all the way.
I believe it was Lambert who did that, Jim.
And Holbert to serve. Scheinman, nice play.
Well, I got to tell you, Jim, on that play right there, I'm pretty disappointed in your wife. I thought she'd make a great play there, and so that she ducked to get out of the way. So it's obvious that she'd be a scorekeeper instead of a volleyball player. Amy Scheinman.
She would agree with you. Good serve. Point IPFW.
The Jim, I can't help but reiterate that, you know, since we've won games 2 and 3, and now even here in game 4 with the lead at 10-6, that serving has certainly been the difference.
Well, last night Tim Heffron alluded to the fact they had 20 missed serves, which resulted in directly 18 points that they didn't even have to work for against Northern Kentucky last night. Since that was the one area they had to really concentrate on. And after game 1, it seems to have been pretty effective. There's Palmetto, put the ball back down.
Yeah, we've really had Indianapolis running all over the court, chasing down balls, and their poor setter, Jody Hilliard. I mean, she's been had her track shoes on games 2, 3, and 4.
Sure has. Scheinman with another strong serve, and there goes Jody Hilliard trying to run it down again. There it goes. And again, Palmetto is not just crushing the ball, she's just dropping the ball in the open court, and they're just watching it fall.
Both teams are really what we call sucking up, or are playing close to the net. And of course, Amy just hit the ball back in zone 1 where nobody's playing. When there's nobody home, why, it's an easy kill.
Makes it real easy, doesn't it?
Easy
Looks
game.
good. Well, I'll tell you, again, it mystifies me, and I'd be interested in talking to Coach Stover after the game as to why she's ended up in the lineup she has and the players that she's playing, because, again, it just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me what they're looking for, what they didn't have that she's tried to fix here in games 2, 3, and 4, because it certainly hasn't been there.
Yeah, I really don't know either, but at this point, we're going to say thank you.
Yes.
If it continues like it is right now.
And Amy Scheinman to serve. IPFW leading game 4, 12-6. Hilliard again trying to make the best out of nothing. Dumped by Lyon. Point, IPFW.
Play against, once again, was made there by Amy Scheinman with a good pass on an easy free ball, and Jill's able to tip the ball.
Hilliard was trying to kill. There's Lambert, reaching up, punching that one down. Side out, U of I. Denise Unruh to serve. That's Jennifer Johnson. Good, finally got a clarification on that. Serve long, thank you very much.
Jennifer is listed as number 2 on our roster here, but wearing uniform number 6.
Another Teagarden to serve for IPFW. They lead here in game 4, 13-6, lead match 2-1. Courtney Sands off the block. Can't duck it, gotta play it.
Gotta stay back, Jim. Heather's clear up on top of the circle, and she belongs back on the baseline. Stays back there, that's really an easy play.
Lambert to serve, it's outside. Maple Bear, touch. Jennifer Johnson.
I'm not too sure why we didn't get a break there, too. It's like Heather hit, or not Heather, but April had hit a radar ball. And it radared right in on the backcourt player from Indianapolis.
Heat-seeking missile, Palmetto to serve. Shank out of bounds, there's point 14. IPFW is staring this win right in the face, here we go. And Palmetto attempting to serve out the match. IPFW leads game 4, 14-6. Outside, Miller off the block. Bear plays it. We're up, transition. There it is. Woodcock drops it on the line. That's point 15. IPFW wins game 4, 15-6. Go figure. Great play by IPFW in games 2, 3, and 4 once they got the wake-up call.
Well, certainly our serving, I thought our serving really settled down, and Indianapolis didn't serve the ball nearly as strong as what they did in game 1. And we were able to run a little middle. Andrea Woodcock came in and Amy Palvato came in. We were able to run some middle, and then it opened up our outsides, and when that happened, why it was much easier for us to score and run some offense. I felt we also dug some balls and we were able to turn some balls, and certainly when you play transition ball, and you can get good swings, good quality swings at the outside, and in the middle of the score, while you're able to do so. It's a good win for the kids. I know after a disappointing loss last night, when they didn't play very well in the first 2 games, came back and played real well in game 3, and then lost in game 4. So.
Well, Coach Heffron's got to feel a whole lot better about this one than he did last night's. We'd like to take this time to thank Channel 6 volunteer crew, and the Learning Resource Center at IPFW for their contributions to the live production of our volleyball match this evening. The telecast of this IPFW's event is copyrighted and the sole property of College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized copying, exhibition, transmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited, and Coach Ball will come and beat you up if you use it. Don't forget to tune in to Channel 6 Friday evening at 7:30 for NCAA volleyball action as IPFW hosts Kentucky Wesleyan College. For Jim Orr, well, actually for any ball, I guess, this is Jim Orr. Thank you for being with us, and Coach, it's been great to work with you again, and guys, downstairs, thanks a lot. We hope to be back with you again soon.